Good afternoon. Today I have a PacLock 100G, and this is one of their government models. Not a particularly difficult pick, but the U.S. or government models seem to get quite a bit of attention. And PacLock's 100G, they support dual ball bearings, so it's not supposed to be shimmable. It's pick and bump resistant, has some security pins in there. It also boasts about 10,000 plus key variations. Not that they would worry about that too much for this type of lock. It is an M15 keyway. So for those of you that are looking to possibly practice impressioning on government style locks, this is an excellent lock to try that on. It is BATA compliant, and there are options to it. They can be key to like, they can be master keyed, they can be grandmaster keyed. They also can have the option of either being stamped US, overset something, US or US set. It just depends on which CID requirements. And that brings me into all the wonderful stuff when it comes to U.S. Government locks. So when we start talking about the military, specifically for the United States, everything is ran by the Department of Defense. That's what the military operates under. And specifically when it comes to locks, it is controlled by the naval facilities, which is always interesting. There's our open, which is an interesting group that does a lot more than just facilities for the Navy, right? So if you were to Google the DoD Lock Program, you would find information not only about this lock, but all the other type of locks that are used. This lock in particular, made by PacLock, has to follow certain CID or commercial item description requirements for it to be sold to the government. For this particular type lock, one of them is the laminated brass, right? We also have to have the non-shimmable. We have to have security pins, which we could definitely feel. I felt some spools. I didn't feel any serrations in there. So the main thing with the way it's built, laminated is supposed to be, secure for some things. It has a nice weight to it. This thing is also weather resistant, which is kind of nice. I'll show you the key on this particular one. So the bitting's not too terribly bad. We can see that it's 5 pins, which is great. It even says it's M15 on it. Let's see, does it have the code stamped on back? That'd be awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I love when they put the code on there. But the main thing that for this lock to be sold to the government, it has to meet 2 particular standards. And if you were to search A-A-59487 Charlie, you would find the commercial item description for padlocks that operate under key operation, which is this, right? This also happens to meet the Alpha-Alpha-59486 Charlie, which is another commercial item description for padlock sets that are individually keyed or keyed alike, because PacLock does offer this as a set, so you can order these in sets. But within the scope of those CIDs, you'll find the description that outlines exactly what this is. Now, where would this be used in the United States military? This is used for low security applications. Think the closet that stores toilet paper. And you might laugh at that. Toilet paper is a big thing. If you ever want to send troops, any country, if you ever want to send anybody that you know in the military for any country, anything, send them multi-ply toilet paper and socks. They'll love you. But this is the type of lock that they would put on something that goes to the supply locker that holds the swabs and the cleaning solution and the mop buckets and all that kind of stuff, or the toilet paper. These are type of things that if you were able to get into, even though the supply guys and whoever is in charge of that stuff would be driven mad, um, it's still not as big of a loss as, say, the top secret information of aliens at Area 51, right? So it all comes down to applications. And if you look through the DoD Lock Program, you'll see that this is meant for low security applications. And if you do further digging, you can look at each branch to see what they have defined as low security items, or what they would consider low security. And again, it comes down to who can get to that lock, who has controls to the keys, and the extent of that the security needs, right? But it's a fun lock. If you haven't picked one of these, or are interested in U.S. Government locks and what have you, I would highly recommend checking out the DoD Lock Program put on by NAVFAC, and that will give you a whole host of information. So hope you found this information interesting. Got a lock pick in there with some fun facts. If you find these things interesting, let me know in the comments, and take care.